I'm Caydor,
I'm Integer.
and welcome to Caydor's Sword Mage Quick Guide Part 4.
4.
Definitely fun.
Yes, we are. And we forgot to turn off the sound again. That's better. Now,
I'm killing guys. This one's fun. I couldn't find a way to hit him, so I resolved the situation technically peacefully.
although, if you can actually pull it off, because apparently he can't, you can kick them too.
Yes. Bonus points if you scream, "This is Sparta!" as you kick him off the ledge.
I never kick them off ledge. I normally kick the shield out of the way, and then I stab them.
I'd rather kick them off the ledge, because they generally don't drop anything of value, so there's no reason to retrieve the corpse.
I didn't say I kept them from going off the edge. I just had a thing about stabbing people.
Rats with humanity. It's a thing now.
What was that about huge manatees?
Don't talk about your mom like that.
Peanut butter?
No, thank you. I'm professional, believe it or not.
Rats like peanut butter.
Yes, they do. They don't generally eat all that much cheese. It makes them sleepy, or something. They prefer nuts and fruits and other things they might actually find in nature.
Yeah. Like cats. They don't drink milk. They're actually slightly allergic to it.
Yep, I think it gives them diarrhea or something like that.
Yeah.
Lactose intolerance and such. Though they don't have a problem with cheese. I've met many a cat that likes cheese more than rats. And rabbits don't like carrots. They'd rather have that green filly stuff at the end. Bugs Bunny was supposed to be a stand-in for a cigar because he was XP of Marco Grouch.
You got a humanity from that guy. I just now noticed it.
Yep. I get lots of humanity throughout here. I lose it later on, but I had like 6, 7, 8.
You see the guy on the left of the boar whenever it zooms in? If you decide to shoot him in the face with a arrow, then he doesn't run backwards and close that big old gate in the rear.
I wasn't aware of that, and there's actually a key you need behind there, so that would actually be a very handy tip. I'm way beyond that, so it doesn't help me now.
But he found out eventually.
Yep, it's because Integer's a bum, and I'm about halfway through the game by the time we started actually recording the audio for these.
That sounds about right, though, too.
Considering I've beaten 3 bosses since the last time we recorded audio.
It was, what, a week ago?
Yeah, true.
That wasn't even a week ago. It was 6 days. We did it on Tuesday.
Then we did it on last Monday.
Might have been Monday.
I showed up Tuesday and my pinnacle wasn't cooperating, so...
Yeah.
But when you get up here, a guy's gonna run after you, so... Kill these guys quickly and you'll have time to heal up, as you notice on my bar. And I totally meant to do that, because I was trying to bait him up here and completely just didn't fall on accident trying to target something.
It's true. He didn't do it on purpose, or he didn't do it on accident.
And we're watching, waiting.
Yeah, we're tapping our feet, anticipating.
I suppose so. Well, if I tap my feet now, I'll probably lose the computer.
If I tap my feet now, I'd probably find a song.
Or a bug.
Probably.
Now, in a completely professional manner, we're going to hit the boar in his weak spot. His ass. Because everyone deserves a lovely ass shot.
All those who are paying attention now realize that the boar wasn't armored there, I hope.
the ones you'll encounter later have extra armor put just for that particular spot. Like it was welded on around the tail.
Yeah. It's pretty sad. Now remember, when throwing these skulls, do so more than 2 feet from your target.
Yeah, don't target it and throw it directly at it. Just kind of throw it off to the side or whatever, because then they'll actually come close enough for it to matter. And these things are weak to fire and lightning if you have it, but I didn't feel like wasting any more gold pine resin.
If any of you out there are watching this but still playing a cleric that has high enough faith to get the lightning, I suggest it. It's very good against these guys.
That and it plays into the whole Spartan theme.
Don't you wish there was throwing spears in this game?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?
But then my girlfriend would be a bitch like you.
I have about 6 responses, and I'm not sure any of those should go on tape.
Then don't put them there.
That's what she said.
I just got peanut butter on the outside of my mouth.
Clearly, you're the marksman of the group.
This is why I have a gigantic sword, not any type of finesse.
True. If there was an avatar of blunt force trauma, you'd definitely qualify. For both you and your enemies.
Most likely, yes.
These guys are laughably easy. If you're having trouble with any of these guys at this point, go practice a little bit more at this game. Seriously, if they're giving you trouble, you're going to have a hard time when you actually get to the tough enemies.
If these guys are giving you trouble, go jump off a cliff.
Now, that's not very nice.
No. There's a cliff over yonder with those cat things off of it. If you can defeat the cats, then you'll have enough souls to be able to get stronger.
True. Also, it's very important you pick up the key we pick up down there. So we need it to free a guy that we're going to murder for a very nice ring. Because everyone deserves a nice ring. With a big-ass rock.
Just make sure the rock is, a crystal, not a rock.
Unless your significant other or yourself are rock golems. At which point I'm sure you'd love lovely rocks.
Yeah.
Of all shapes and sizes. Because Golem Baby got back.
Alright, there are...
Okay. This is the Drake Sword. Equip it two-handed and you get to do a Wind Star.
We already showed them this. This is your second spell.
Yes. But it's about the only way to defeat these guys.
They are a pain.
Yeah. You'll get enough when we actually get to make our weapon magic and such. We'll do enough damage that you can fight them straight up, but for now, and that's what happens when you try to swing it one-handed. You look like a drunken sailor.
Also, you can backstab them if their back was turned.
Yeah. Provided they don't hear you coming.
Alternately, if you played my style, then you probably had a really, really big sword. That helps kill them too.
Yeah, but for the magic build, you're going to be using this. You might be able to get away with using magic if you started as a sorcerer, and you bought a second set of regular soul arrows from Rick, and up your attunements you had like 30 of them. or 80, or however many it is. I don't
60 if you've got both on.
Well, I think it starts you out with 2 copies of it as a sorcerer.
No, just one, and it's 30 each.
Ah.
I was very upset when I only had one spell when I started as a sorcerer. Kind of made me mad. I was hoping I'd get at least 2. And even in D&D, sorcerers get 2. Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or in 3rd edition. In 2nd edition, you don't have a sorcerer, but you start as a mage, and mages only get 1 unless they specialize, and then they get a 2nd one of their school.
Yeah. And if you're playing in 4th edition, then you get, like, 3 at level 1.
Yeah. At least 1 at will.
1 at will, 1 encounter, and a daily.
Yep. And the reason we started as a pyromancer is because you get slightly higher base stats in like strength and dex and all that, so you don't have to up it as much. But like I said before, left as an audio tag on one of my first videos, that if you up the stats, you'll eventually end up at the same spot regardless of whether you start as a sorcerer or a pyromancer. You go for the 20 endurance and 14 on strength and dexterity, and then alternate between upping endurance and intelligence. You may have slightly lower health if you start as a mage, but I'd have to double check that.
I had 8.
Mine would have to flash, which I think I show. I don't know if it's in this one. But later on when I start grinding, it'll show it, and I never up my health because I was bound and determined when I saw several forums list any build that doesn't place Vitality obviously doesn't know this game or fails or whatever, and I'm like, you know what, I'm doing perfectly fine without it. I refuse to place any points. If you say otherwise, you're a bitch. Or going for a different build. We're not here to judge.
Yeah.
Just don't insult my build because I didn't add any HP. The only one you can't insult is if they didn't place any stamina, because that bites you in the ass quite hard at some points in the game.
Like if you decide to wield a big sword.
Or you try to outrun a Hydra.
Yeah. Yeah.
You line up the path just right and know the patterns, you can usually get around it, but if not, you look like a winded nerd trying to take on something that you probably shouldn't try to tackle.
Why are you tackling something?
Tackle in the whose definition is in take down or fight otherwise.
Yeah. Like football, yeah. Why were you trying to tackle something?
Well, I was tackling it with a spell to the face.
Hmm.
And that was my quick guide.
That was his quick guide.
Join us next time.
Where I might actually be featured. Probably not.
No telling.
Probably not. Anyways, check us out at adventuresinrandom.com.
Yes, that's adventuresinrandom.com.
And if your computer likes to be weird, if you type it in, you'll automatically have a number sign at the end.
Possibly.